Salam damai, peace and all good, dear sisters and brothers. In today's reading, we have several examples of people who serve others. We begin by considering Abraham sitting at the entrance of his tent. Most likely, he is resting after having done various works that morning. At such a time, after finishing some probably hard work, and with the day getting hotter, most of us would be thinking that, I have earned a bit of relaxation. If someone asks for our help, we might either tell them to wait a bit, I'm resting, or at best, we might get up to help grudgingly, harboring some resentment for that disturbance. But when Abraham looks up and sees 3 men standing nearby, he runs to greet them. He bows to the ground as if they will do him the favor of allowing him to serve them. And throughout the rest of this reading, impressed with Abraham's sincere desire to serve his guests as quickly as possible and with the best things he has available. He instructs Sarah to quickly make rolls for from the flour. He runs to the herds to pick out a choice of calf and tells his servant to prepare it quickly. And finally, he brings the food to his guests and waits on them while they eat. He clearly considers it as a great honor to have an opportunity to serve these 3 visitors. In the second reading, St. Paul provides us with an even more profound example of one who serves. He writes to the Colossians, I rejoice in my sufferings for your sake, and in my flesh I am filling up what is lacking in the afflictions of Christ on behalf of his body. After his conversion experience on the road to Damascus, Paul spent his life in service of the Lord and his people. We know from his own writings and from the Acts of the Apostles that he traveled extensively, always teaching about Jesus, establishing local churches, writing many letters to encourage and also to admonish, and all the while working with his hands to provide for his own needs. During his travel, he has been rejected, stoned, beaten, shipwrecked, dragged to court, imprisoned. But here he says that he rejoices in his sufferings for the sake of his fellow Christians. Like Abraham, Paul does not serve grudgingly. He is not sitting in resentment for all the hardship and rejection he experienced. He is joyful that he has been given the opportunity to give all that he has, his time, energy, and even his physical health, in order to serve others. Clearly, in the readings, are teaching us that service to others is a privilege and a joy. If we see it rightly, we will be eager for the opportunity to serve. However, quite often we experience service more like Martha in the gospel today. When Jesus comes to her home, she finds herself required to serve him, along with his probably many traveling companions. And before long, she experienced his visit as a burden, not as a joyful opportunity to serve. Jesus revealed her inner disposition. She is anxious and worried about many things. Brothers and sisters, we see from this that service in itself, even serving the Lord, is not the essential matter. Martha, after all, was making great effort to welcome, serve the Lord. She thought he would be best served, and even better, if her sister would join in the work. That's why she complained. But something is missing. Where is her gratitude? Where is her love? Abraham and Paul had a different spirit. They were not simply busy doing things. They knew they had been richly blessed by God, and they were eager to make more things to do, to make some kind of, if you can say, payment for his goodness to them. True motivation for service is grateful love. Mempunyai rasa syukur, which moves us to seek ways to give God something in return for his goodness. Saudara-saudari, kita tidak akan dapat membayar kasih Tuhan. Walau bagaimana pengorbanan kita, kita tidak mampu membayar kasih Tuhan kepada kita. Tetapi orang yang mempunyai rasa syukur atas kasih Allah kepada dia akan berusaha untuk membuat sesuatu kepada Tuhan dan kepada sesama, karena rasa syukurnya itu, for that gratefulness in his heart. And since he does not need anything from us, God does not need us or anything from us, the way we can give him is by serving the people, our brothers and sisters, in love. When our life is over, my dear sisters and brothers, the only thing that will matter is how well we have loved, how well we have learned to love. Whatever time or energy or money we have spent, pursuing other goals will have been wasted. We cannot take our possessions, our fame, our honor, our power, our influence, our comforts, or any other worldly things with us into the next life. Only our love. Mary in the gospel is not wasting her time. She's not neglecting her duty. She knows that the way to grow in love begins with sitting at the feet of Jesus and learning from Him. This is why the Lord honors her for choosing the better part. Love is not something we can produce on our own. It is not something we can get more of by doing more and more spiritual practices. Love, my dear sisters and brothers, comes to us as a free gift from God. Kasih adalah anugerah secara percuma dari Tuhan. He is always ready and willing to give us this gift. But we must sit at His feet and open ourselves to receive it. We must learn from Him. True love comes only from God, not from any other people. Because human love, most of the times, has something in return. But God, possess true love, does not require us to give back anything. No condition. Only when we listen first, kita mendengar dari Tuhan, can we know best how to serve. Filled with the joy and gratitude which comes from knowing God's overwhelming love for us, we can genuinely put ourselves at the service of others, joyful to be able to give back to God a small return for His goodness to us. So, dear brothers and sisters, today, let us open our hearts to listen to God. How to be truly loving without any condition, so that we can be able to truly serve others without any condition. May God bless us all.